Done for you all. Now you see here, once you are done with the EC2 machine, okay, when your Linux EC2 instance is ready, you open it, means no need to log in, just go there and check in which availability zone your machine is created. When you scroll down, na, you will find here, else you go in the network section. Here is the option networking. Okay. So here you will find that your EC2 machine is in which availability zone? US East 1B. So maybe for you it is any other name also. You are in Stockholm, na? So whatever is there, so at least you should know your availability zone, because when you are going to create EBS, then you have to use the same availability zone, else it will not appear. Because you know availability zone means the data center. So you have created machine in this data center and hard disk in another data center. Then how you will attach? Understood? So that's why we have to check what is your availability zone. Now in the left side when you scroll, there is a one option called Elastic Block Store, EBS. Is it there in the left side? Elastic Block Store, and there is an option volumes. Got it? Click on volumes. Here you see by default one Elastic Block Store or EBS of 8 GB is already created along with our machine. So whenever we create EC2 machine, one EBS is also created, the hard disk for that machine. And when we delete it, automatically it will delete also. We need additional hard disk. Suppose the space is full, I want additional hard disk. Then we will come here and click on option create volume. So it will ask what size of volume you want. So I will give only 10 GB or maybe 5 GB only. Why less? Because if it is less, it's better. Because we are doing practice here. If you take larger size, na, during a snapshot, it will take more time based on the size of the hard disk. So that's why we are practicing on a small size. So 5 GB size of hard disk we are going to attach. Then here availability zone. So for me it was 1B. For you, whatever it was, accordingly you select. Okay. And do you want a snapshot now? No, I don't need now. I will do it later. After this all, just click on create volume. So you will see one more volume of 5 GB is created successfully. You refresh it here. So you see 5 GB volume is created here. Now scroll little bit. You will see volume state is available. So when it shows available, on that time you select your volume from here. Action, attach volume. Understood? When it is showing available, then only. Suppose in some time what happened, it takes time to change the status to available, creating, preparing, something like that. It will be depends on the size. We have taken very small, so it done very quickly. So here you select the volume, action, attach volume. Then it will ask select your instance ID. So you see availability zone 1B, so it will show your instance here. If it is any other availability zone, it will not show. Then it asks what you want to use as a device name. So I want to use SDB. In the Linux, you know the hard disk name is /dev/sdb sdc like that. So I'm selecting /dev/sdb. So my hard disk second hard disk name will be /dev/sdb because it is Windows, sorry, Linux. And then we'll click attach volume. Understood? So now what happened? Our volume is attached. Our hard disk is attached with it. Now we need to access our machine. So you know well that how to log in into Linux machine. So log in there. So I hope you also logged in the same way how I have logged in. Problem? Logged in na in Linux machine. So after login, use command sudo su. Why? To log in with the root user. And then cd enter to come to your home folder. Understood? Then after this, if you see, we have fdisk space -l command for what? To see the hard disk and its partition detail. Understood? So here you see my first hard disk is XVDA of 8 GB and second hard disk is XVDB of 5 GB. Here in the first hard disk we have 3 partition. In second hard disk we don't have any partition. And as you know, without partition and format you cannot store data in the hard disk. Understood? So what we need to do? We need to do partitioning of second hard disk which we have attached. Fdisk xvdb. So we will use command fdisk /dev/xvdb. Understood? Huh? When we have used cu, you have learned Red Hat or Ubuntu? Red Hat. So maybe command will be there, but I prefer to use this one. Okay. Fdisk space hard disk name. That is enough. Then here n for new. I want to create new partition. So n. Which partition? Primary or extended? So I will create primary partition. P. Partition number. Definitely it will be 1. First sector, so it will calculate in sectors. So I don't know the sector calculation, so we will simply hit enter, and then I will give, I want to create a partition of 5 GB, 2 GB, 3 GB, whatever size you want to create, plus that much size. Understood? Value is out of range. What happened? Okay, plus 3 GB created. Okay. Now if you use P to print the partition table, you can see there is a size of 3 GB. One partition is created. W to save and exit. Done. So once you have created partition, the next step is do the formatting. Done till here. Problem. First we have to update to the kernel about the changes. Part probe dev xvdb. For what? To update the kernel about change in the partition table. Okay. Then the next command is mkfs make file system -t type ext4 slash dev slash xvdb1. Xvdb is the hard disk name, 1 is the partition name, and then we will hit enter. You can see the partitioning is done. So when the partition is formatting is done. When the formatting is done, then now it's ready to store the data. But in Linux, you cannot store data directly in any partition until you do the mounting. So when you do the mounting, then only you can store the data. So let us mount it. Mount slash dev slash xvdb1 on mnt folder. So mnt is the default blank folder where we are going to mount it. Okay. So let us create some file inside mnt. So it will be stored in our partition cat space greater than basin. It is a technical course institute. You see we have some file basin here inside it. So till here no doubt, no confusion. CD enter. So first we will create partition, format it. Inside the partition we will store some data. Then we will come here and take a snapshot. Here we have no option, a snapshot. Okay, because data should be there na, to recover. A snapshot. In the snapshot we will select, create a snapshot. A snapshot of what? Instance or volume. So if you take instance means it will take a snapshot of all the volumes which is attached to it. Understood? There are 2 hard disks, 3 hard disks, it will take a snapshot of all. But if you want to take off a specific volume, then you will use option volume. Which volume? I don't know. So how I will know? should show some size also. Nothing. Then we have to see the volume name from here first. A snapshot, sorry, volumes. 5 GB is 82 volume ID. The snapshot, create a snapshot, volume ID 82, this one. Okay, description for practice, and then create a snapshot. So if you see the snapshot status, it is showing pending. Understood? So we have to wait it to become active or something like that. So that's why I told you if the size is more, it will take more time. So now you see the status is completed. So snapshot is completed. As of now, Linux machine is also working, everything is fine. I am going to remove the hard disk which I have attached. Means I am going to delete it. Select it 5 GB and first deattach the volume. See, so now it is deattached this 5 GB volume. Okay, and then you go inside it. Action is delete. So now your 5 GB volume is deleted. So if you see here, F disk space minus L, you have only one hard disk, not two hard disks. Now I want my hard disk with my data. Understood? So where I will go? A snapshot. Select your snapshot action, create a volume from a snapshot. Understood? Create volume. Okay. So when you go to the volume, you will see 5 GB volume is created automatically. Is there not? Is it attached? No, only available. But you see, this 5 GB volume is created in USist 1A. It should be created in 1B. Okay. So let me check where is the mistake. Snapshot, action, sorry, action, create volume from a snapshot. Here the mistake was I have not selected 1B. You see size is automatically 5 GB. Okay. Volume, so 1A I have to delete. 1A is the last. Okay, so this 5 GB volume, what I have to do? I have to attach. Okay, select it, action, attach volume, instance ID, Linux. And one more thing you can see is we are not powering off the machine. Now you see attached also. Let us see here. F disk minus L. Automatically partition is there. We have not done any partition. Let us check mounting is there or not. See, it is mounted also an MNT. So I don't need to mount also. Only what I have to do is cd entry ls, my data is there. So what I can do once is umount slash slash xv db1 and remount it. Understood? So we have seen that there was error, input output error. The problem was that mapping point. So attach or unmount and again remount. We are able to access our data. So this was the overall practice you need to do in EBS. Create a volume, attach volume, deattach volume, delete volume, take a snapshot, create volume from the snapshot. So I hope these all things are clear. Any confusion? Okay. Now what I am going to do is how to remove this all. So whenever you want to remove, I'll tell you first delete your snapshot. First step. Last also you can perform the same action, but better. Then in instance, remove your instance. So when you delete instance, action, sorry, instance state, terminate. So once it is terminated, its related volume will also get deleted, but the volume which we have created, that we have to delete manually. It's still shutting down, so just need to wait. Terminated. Now I have to delete two, three things. First is the volume. This 5 GB volume, select, delete. Second snapshot you see already deleted. Security group. Whenever you create any EC2 machine, na, automatically it will create the security group. It's better delete every time, else there will be lot of list. Default you cannot delete, rest all you should delete usually. Then the next is key pair. Whenever you practice, every time you are creating key pairs, it's better you delete it. If you already have the same key pair, you can use it same also. No need to create every time. Now in the EC2 dashboard, just refresh and see. So one default security group and this instance which is terminated, this information will be later. So this was your EBS. We have completed 1, 2, 3, 6 and the unit number 9. So in the 9 you see what is use of EBS, create, delete, attach, mount, unmount, delete a snapshot, create volume from scene.